Must have been reading my.
Okay, welcome. Welcome to Tuesday Night Live. The masterpieces are here with our weekly success night. And let's meet who is here. I'm going to introduce you to our newest masterpiece, Rachel Scala. Scala or Scala? Say it.
Scala. Yeah, that's
That's
right.
right. Okay, I was right. Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Waco, Texas. Give her a hand.
Wow.
Yay.
Yay.
We have anybody else in Texas? I'd have to look that up. Oh my gosh. So, Rachel, tell everybody real quick a little bit about you and then why you said yes.
Um, well, this part always kind of gets me. I'm a mom and I'm in school. Uh, really, I thought about doing this because Lexi actually talked to me about it, telling me about Sherry. And then when Sherry reached out to me, at first I was a little hesitant because I was like, I don't know. I've tried so many skin products and they all just kind of seem the same. Well, when she sent me out the pack and we did the little meet and everybody put it on and stuff, immediately I saw a difference. Even my husband, like he saw like there was a difference in my skin. I've never had my face feel so soft. And so that's what really kind of pushed me where I'm like, I want other people to feel this way. Like, I mean, I know me, if I'm hesitant and I'm willing to try it, there's going to be other people out there who want to do it.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. So, Lexi is my stepson Nick's girlfriend. So, she's here in Pensacola and she was at a hydrofacial beforehand and I said, who do you know? Because we like nominations, don't we? Like to meet people that they know that we don't know. And Rachel was one of them. So, yay. And we have another new masterpiece, Erica. Erica, can you unmute and tell us a little snippet about you and why you said yes?
Hi, everyone. My name is Erica. Um, I was originally with this group, but then I left. It was just life happens and whatnot. But I came back and said yes because it's super fun and I love the products and I'm all about that women confidence boost. So
Where do you live, Erica?
I live in Yorkville, New York.
Mhm. And let's see. Yes, she became a customer for a little bit and then kind of like said, I think I should be doing this again. And I'm
Yes.
like, what's stopping you? Not exact words, but
Yeah, close
so,
enough.
yes. So here you are, and both Rachel and Erica have their launch parties scheduled. And launch parties right now are hydrofacials, okay? We just put people in where it fits, and sometimes they can be spread out over more, their people can be at more than one, or maybe not everybody's at one, I'm saying. So we have February schedule is up, March schedule is up. So we've had people come from their consultants have come too. So don't forget you can do that. I just posted that who's joined us at the last couple hydrofacials because you learn about the products. And I know Kim has come to some beauty Zooms and some others and Pat too. And that's helpful also. And so the more you can learn, the better. And this is being recorded because I know there's some people that were not able to get on tonight. And I'm trying to be better and I need all of you to help me remember to record. So this is being recorded. It takes a village, right? To get Sherry's going and have the meeting go. So welcome Rachel, welcome Erica, and let's meet Kim. Kim Camkin.
Hi, everyone. I'm Kim Camkin from Camillus, New York. I've been building my business for 4 years now. I'm just glad to be here this evening.
You are here. I'm glad you're here too, Kim. Tell us what you do during the day for work. I think I haven't asked people that lately.
I have a lot of gray hair now.
I bet you're busy this time of year, probably even more so in January.
Yeah. So I work for Weight Watchers and I'm an online 24/7 chat coach as well as I'm an in-person coach and guide during the week.
Yes, yes. So good for you.
24/7 isn't so glamorous. It's customer service, and you know how that goes.
Right, right. So when you want to, maybe you're frustrated when you in another company call customer service and you want to give a little attitude, then just stop it right there and think about our masterpiece Kim. We wouldn't want anybody talking to Kim with attitude, so we're not going to do that either. Sometimes it's through gritted teeth. I'll be like, okay, I'm not upset at you. I'm upset at the situation. Whatever. Okay. Thank you, Kim, for being here. Now let's meet Colleen. Wait, Colleen. Actually, let's meet Suzanne first, okay? I see Suzanne's on. Then we're going to come back to you, Colleen. Suzanne, tell us about you.
Hold on a second. Let me put earbuds in. All right. Can you hear me?
Now I can.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Everybody's frozen. Okay. I'm like, everyone's frozen. Hi, I'm Suzanne, and I'm coming from Oneida, New York.
Literally?
I'm
Are you
building my
literally
business.
probably?
What?
Literally frozen?
What'd you say?
Literally.
You were literally frozen. I've been building my business for almost 2 years.
Okay.
And what do I do for work? I teach at the local Y, where I just came from, and I work as an incident coordinator through the Archimedes and Cortland, and I work for Sherry as her admin assistant.
So yes, all the mailings come from Suzanne and the graphics, and she does an amazing job. And it's not always easy when we are in two different locations, but we make it work. We figure it out.
Mhm.
Thank you. Thank you, Suzanne, for being here tonight too. All right, now Colleen, you're unmuted, girl. Let's hear from you. Where
Hi.
are you zooming in from?
Hi, I'm Colleen Barth from Waska, New York. I've been in since 95 and I do a bunch of stuff, mostly taxes this time of year. And I'm also in the meat department, believe it or not, at Wegmans. So Kim, I'm always helping Weight Watchers find 99% like the turkey, and that they always have their list of things. So I always try and help with that.
Oh, at Wegmans, there's a list of the Weight Watchers.
Well, no, they have, I don't know, Kim could tell you more. They come
Oh.
in with their plan and then
Okay.
they say, well, 99% ground turkey is on here or whatever. And I try to
Gotcha.
steer them to what they need.
I love Wegmans. That's such a good store. Good. Thanks, Colleen. Glad you're here. So Colleen is a senior consultant and Merle Oswald is on her team. So
Right.
as a senior consultant, when you have one or two active, you are making an additional 4% of what they are ordering to sell to other people. So as you know, we make 50% and then additional 4%. And that comes from Mary Kay Corporate, that 4%, when whoever's on her team places an order. That comes to her. Okay, and then we have senior consultant Pat Reedy.
Hi, everyone. I'm Pat Reedy from Baldwinsville, New York. I've been building my business now for 30 years, and I have the elegant, elite Elizabeth Allen on my team.
Yes, yes, that's right. She just placed an order. And I think she might be coming on the hydrofacial tomorrow. So we'll see. I thought she might come tonight, but I know she's got a lot
Yeah.
going on too. So thank you for being here. And Mickey Micah, another senior consultant.
Good afternoon, ladies. I am Mickey Micah from Frankfort, New York. I've been building my business now for 34 years, and I have the fantastic Paulette Horan on my team.
Yes, 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 yes. So Melissa Ryan is a senior consultant. Carrie Nair is a senior consultant. Jean Lincoln is a senior consultant. Polly Forsyth is a senior consultant. Sherry Carinci is a senior consultant too. Then we move up to Star Team Builders. Let's see, Star Team Builders is 3 on your team that are active. It looks like Joanne Seco. She has 4 active, 1 inactive, and Paulette Haran, you go between depending on who's active. She has 5 active on her team. She is back to team leader. She has Carrie Nair, Christine McFarland, Patty Moore, Margaret Trahan, and Dory Brown. And 4 out of 5 of those are in New York. 1 is in Florida. So it doesn't matter where we live, where they live. We have no territory. So that part is fun because Polly Forsyth, she's a snowbirder too. She's part New York, part Florida, and Rhonda is in New York, who's on her team. Let's see, Jean Lincoln's in New York. Her person, Pamela Wofford, is in North Carolina. So it just doesn't matter, especially with this virtual option. When you are inviting people to hydrofacials, they can be anywhere. And I love that. The one last night we had, I think, 3 people from Pennsylvania, 2 from Florida. I can't even remember who else was on. Oh, Betty was on, Betty Carlson, a consultant, and Suzanne. And Suzanne's person, Jen, right? Jen or Jess?
Jessica.
So Jessica. So there's 3 from New York. So yeah, 3 New York, 3 Pennsylvania, 2 Florida. So I just think that's so fun. So Rachel and Erica have that opportunity too when they have their launch party. So fun. So then last Wednesday, there was the event for product knowledge from NSD Janice Trude about sun and your skin. So I listened to that on the recording. I wasn't able to be on live. Pat, were you on?
On live, yes.
Okay. What do you have a takeaway you'd like to share? Anything?
I would say if you have the opportunity to get on live, get on live. I mean, I just listened. We could put in anything in the chat if we wanted to. But the information that came last week was from one of the scientific research officers at the corporation. And he just gave such a very exact information about the new sunscreen products that we have. And it was just, he presented it very cleanly, very simply. I feel confident in what he taught me, or what he talked about made me see the products in a different way than I had seen it before. He talked about the gold standard, how we rate next to other companies, and why some of our products went away. Now they're back. It was just so much information, very concise, very easy to understand, and a whole lot easier than trying to go on the website and find the information and try to decipher it and figure out exactly what it is. And I think too, is sure you would say, I don't think anywhere in the product information it talks about the gold standards of SPF and SPF 50, the difference between the 30 and the 50. He talked about the legal standards, and it was just a wealth of knowledge. So I can't wait to see what this week is going to be. And last week it was open to everybody. This next on Thursday or Wednesday night, I know that she said it's only consultants this week.
Yes. And so he lives in Texas at corporate headquarters. And so this is 8:00 at night. You could see that the warehouse or something, I don't know, was behind him. It was empty. He was there by himself. So that says a lot for these people, that Janice Trude, this national, has these connections with these people at corporate, in the medical department, scientific labs. So I was walking while I was listening to it. So I should go back and take notes. But he was talking about UVA, UVB rays, how the broad spectrum covers both. And I don't know why, but I never really knew what that meant. A means that aging is protecting against aging. B, UVB, is protecting against burning. So I'm like, oh, that's easy to remember. I don't know if that's specifically what it stands for, but that's how I'm remembering it now. UVA rays are the rays that age us. UVB rays are the rays that burn us. And our sunscreen protects us against both. And yes, how about the SPF 30 really is enough for our day-to-day life. And that's why the SPF 30 is in our daytime defender and in our day cream. And then the new one, the 50, that's for face and body, that's for if you're at the beach, if you're out all day. So, and he said, really 50 is enough. That is the standard, and you don't really need anything more at this point in time. It used to be, what was it, 15 or so, 4.
Yeah.
Didn't we have something that was SPF 4 a long time ago? And we did. I can't remember exactly what it
That
was.
seems like a waste.
I know, but that was all that was needed way back. Like that's saying how old I am. Way back, 24 was all they're saying was good enough. And now we're up to 30 and 50.
And the other thing too is I know we've talked about it. He did say that the 50 is safe, and that's part of the reason that it was taken out of the off the line.
Oh,
But it has now been reformulated, and he did say that it was reef safe and it was accepted in Hawaii now.
oh, awesome.
Yes,
Good to
Hawaii
hear.
has a different standard,
They have a different
Mhm.
standard.
and that was
It's
why
hard to find some.
Yeah,
it's difficult.
It
Yes.
is because some they say they are and they actually aren't.
right.
Huh.
So you have to be careful. So
Yep.
that's good to know.
Yes. So I will repost that. It is in YouTube. So I will
Yeah.
find it and repost it on our masterpiece page,
Yeah.
which you could also.
And he also hit on well-rounded skincare. I mean, I just was totally amazed at how he just made everything so simple and
Yes.
like, this is the way it is, and he talked about the new After the Sun that it had been and is even better. I was just surprised at a lot of the things that he talked about. So
Right. And it was in layman's terms, so we can all
Right.
understand it, not big science words.
yeah,
You're not going to tune them out. It's going to make
Right.
sense. It was, I don't know, 30 or
Yeah.
40 minutes, something like
Yeah.
that. So thank you, Pat. Thank you for
You're
being
welcome.
here. And so I definitely recommend, it is 9 Eastern. If there's no way you can be on, it will be recorded, but it was just before consultants. And this is on the different skincare sets, who they are targeting, and how to market them. That's what I remember from the graphic. So it's something that if you can't catch it live, then you can catch the replay. But the live, they cut out the beginning or the ending, so it's just the information and the recording. But the live, there are drawings. And so there's going to be, if there's going to be drawings for consultants tomorrow. So it's best, so that would be like Rachel and me, that would be 8 Central Time. And then Thursday is a sharing event. Every stinking Thursday, she has a sharing event, okay? And that means it is a director sharing her story. And again, the live, there are giveaways. So that's where you want to say, hey, come on and watch this. It just basically, it's inspiring stories, but some people you may relate to, some people you may not, but there's always going to be a takeaway that's like, wow, that was pretty inspiring. And so 5 e-start giveaway. So it's the 5 $35 e-starts. If people make a decision right then that they want to sign up and they do by midnight, then they get the reimbursed of their $35. So, and then I think other product giveaways too. So that's that. Let's see real quick, because tonight's recording, video is about 18 minutes or so. So I want to make sure we have enough time for that. But Star Consultant. So when you order $1,800 wholesale or more in a quarter, you are considered a Star Consultant, and there are prizes, or you get points. You can either choose a prize right each quarter based on your points, or you can accumulate your points and go to the area where you can choose prizes or choose gift cards or whatever. And the quarter that we're in now started December 16th, goes to March 15th. So there is still time for anyone and everybody to be a star who wants to be. And so right now we have Suzanne is a star. I've got it right here. Suzanne and Elaine and myself, and Mickey is $176 away. Super easy. Pat she still has 919 to go, so that is still very doable. So that's what we've got. But like they say, nothing, what is that, man? How do I say it? Nothing matters less than the score at halftime. So it is a little more than halftime. You are going to have to put a little of your hustle on, but if you want to be a star, you can. Also, have you been on the Masterpiece page? And did you see the video I posted from another director of how you can get more bang for your buck with your star points? She was talking to, go and watch it. That is very interesting. It's, so let's say you wanted, oh, well, one thing was Spanx. There was something else. Oh, it was like one of those outdoor heaters. There's like, I don't know, 42,000 points. But if you go to Amazon and you see how much it costs at Amazon, and then you get gift cards, Amazon gift cards with your star points, it will take less Amazon gift card points than 42,000. So you can get those gift cards and still get that outdoor heater or whatever it is you want if it's on Amazon. So you get Amazon gift cards. So I thought that was very clever. So something to think about. Don't just not try, but don't just get your points for that particular item. See, and it's not just Amazon. Okay. Think about where else can you get whatever it is. Is there a gift card at that company that's in our star points? And you can get it as a gift card and purchase it for less than the points you would have to accumulate to buying it directly from your site. Ta-da! Okay, there is my aha moment right there. So, thank you for everybody who turned in your weekly accomplishment sheets. So for Erica and Rachel, who are new to this, every week you have the opportunity to submit what your sales are, your sales before tax. So when somebody says they had a $100 day, you'll see postings of people with $100 days, 150, 200. That means before tax. And so we want you posting that. So, and it's not bragging, it is confirmation that you're working. It is also helping other people. It's like, wow, she did that, I could do that. Or I'm at 90, I'm so close, what am I waiting for? I can one more phone call, so one more mascara or whatever. So it just really lifts everybody up when they see that. And you will find that people do support you too. So the people that turned in their summaries from this past week, Kim Kamkin, she had a $140 day. Paulette Haran, Suzanne Jones, Mickey Micah, Carrie Nair, and Pat Reedy. So Pat, you had $100. What, it's under shows category. What's that all about? Tell us. You're muted, girl. You're still muted. You can tell us later. Okay, because now we really want to know. All right, don't you love technology? Let's see if I can share and get back to our videos. And I sure hope I can. Should be here. And we're on week 5. This is Dawn Ottensweeney.
Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to the Boss Babe Trailblazer edition. And I could not be more excited that Karen Rydell asked me to participate in this. And it's not by accident. It's not by accident that you're listening and you're in Mary Kay right now. And it's not by accident that Karen asked me. And all the speakers are going to serve a role in this. I promise you, because you are part of a trailblazing DNA, pioneering opportunity mission field for women. And God had to remind me about this feature of our DNA when COVID-19 happened. Pandemic happened. World shut down. My husband owns a gym and conditioning facility. We live in Michigan. Our state was closed down the soonest and possibly the longest. His business was one of the first to go. And at that point in time, I was not a digital diva. I could not have done this I didn't have a laptop. I had a hard drive the size of a dishwasher in my home, hooked up to the wall that me and my assistant worked on because I've been in Mary Kay 38 years. Our trailblazing was done in cars, in airplanes, hotel rooms, training centers, women's kitchen tables, offices, etc. And all of a sudden, we are sitting in our tiny little unrenovated 60-year-old lake house. And I'm realizing, well, okay, well, the majority of my income is not made from selling this product. And if we can't get product and my people can't get product, there's no income coming into our family at all. That's kind of a scary thought that I've never had in my 4 years up to that point in time. But what God reminded me is that you have been a trailblazer, you have been a pioneer all along. You were warm booked in a mall. You were raised to do a good job and get in a great school and have a good job and be a good person and go to church on Sunday and Monday through Friday, work hard and raise your family if you could figure out as a woman how to do that around that schedule. And Saturday have recreation, work to retire, have some great vacation time in between. That's what I was raised for. And then all of a sudden, I'm realizing with this job out of college that this is get up, go to work, come home, watch TV, eat dinner, go to bed. Get up, go to work, come home, watch TV, eat dinner, go to bed. At the city they choose, regardless of what's going on in my life, it doesn't matter what's going on with, my family or my husband or my kids to be or aging parents or the part of the country, doesn't matter. This is the job you're supposed to do, period, the end. And there's something about that didn't settle well with me. I didn't like making less than men for doing the same job. I didn't like that someone else had control over my time and my finances versus my willingness and my coachability and my dreams and goals. And so voila, sitting in a mall in the middle of the day, I was warm booked to be a face model for a new consultant's portfolio. Debbie Moore made her talk to me because that new consultant, Nancy Murata, was very shy. Nancy came to my apartment, me and my roommate tried the skincare, bought basic skincare, blush rouge, yellow concealer, and loved it. And then she invited me to an event. And at that event, that's where I started to get the inkling, like, I think this is my tribe. Like, I think these are the women I'm supposed to be with. Like, they're encouraging each other. I never, ever felt like I fit in with any group. I could hang out with all the different groups, but never felt like I fit in. Until in Mary Kay, oddly, I did feel like I fit in. And it wasn't because we were the same age, education, language, body shape, makeup preference. Nope. There was something about this tribe that I went, and I realized, looking back, they were trailblazers. They were women from 18 to 90, PhDs, GEDs, moms of 10 kids, single women, divorced, widowed, living all little towns, big towns, extroverted, introverted, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But they had a desire to blaze a new trail, to be a pioneer. And Mary Kay gave them the mission as she has given it to us. So you are a trailblazer, whether you've recognized it or not. It's in your DNA, or I don't believe that you'd be with us in Mary Kay right now, where we need women trailblazing straight to the top. If you have a leadership bent, we need you. If you don't have a leadership bent, could you please find some leaders? Your director's going to help you do that. Absolutely. And that is called passing it on, which Mary Kay Ash, she wasn't just a trailblazer for her own trail. She did this so that we would have a trail to walk on, but knowing that she couldn't know all the things that have happened in the last 62 years of this company, that everything would be shut down and our business that we prided on being in person could be revolutionized to be able to do it with the computer screen in between us. You guys, I look back at the times I was given an opportunity to make a traditional decision or an unconventional trailblazing decision. Definitely getting my starter kit that night. Post-dated check, not enough, more month than money. That was a risk, but you had electronic banking then, so I covered it. Also, 2, Debbie Moore was there, and she had quit her teaching job with a pink Cadillac and a small child to be at home and make 4 times what she was making as a teacher. That was a trailblazing idea. I had not seen people go from their college educated jobs to direct sales ever. That was pretty untraditional in the late 80s, definitely unconventional in my family. My family was not supportive. Family and friends were not supportive. In my first 36 months in Mary Kay, I signed up in Cleveland, went back to Michigan for 17 weeks. Well, my husband went to the Federal Law Enforcement Training Center to become a federal agent. And then we found out we were stationed in Douglas, Arizona. And 1 year, 12 months after that, he was asked to be an instructor back at the Law Enforcement Training Center. So we moved to St. Simons Island, Georgia. My first 36 months, 4 states, 9 addresses, from Cleveland to Metro Detroit to right on the Mexican border, 9,000 people. Half didn't speak a word of English, and I didn't speak a word of Spanish. And then St. Simons Island, small golf resort island. A lot of people move there to have that pre-retirement life or a real laid back, beautiful life. So those 4 areas, 36 addresses, and my husband going through a super intense training program that if you failed any of the tests, it was done. You were done. And he had waited 2 years to get this position. And then that 17 weeks at the academy. And then we got married and moved, his wife across the country. So that was trailblazing. That was very unconventional for his family. Mom, nurse, dad, teacher. You're going to realize, I hope, in the process of this study, that you are far more of a trailblazer and a pioneer than you've given yourself credit for. And that when God lays something on your heart, he always provides for it, always. It's just our responsibility to be obedient. And we know what obedience looks like in Mary Kay. It's book, coach, sell, recruit. Do it again. Book, coach, sell, recruit. Do it again. Whether you have a computer screen in between you or you're out with people. I can look at a couple different situations, all those moves. Did Queen's Court of Sales down in Douglas, Arizona, with a flip chart in Spanish and a brochure in Spanish. It made me realize that it wasn't my personality. I didn't have to be extroverted. I didn't have to be anything other than help those women feel better about themselves. Take a translator sometimes. They handed over cash and I handed over products and did Queen's Court of Sales and earned a car at the end of that year. And then my husband's job moved us. So I went to seminar, because you go to 4 events a year, because Trailblazers, we play by the rules of the game, but we're willing to figure out things because your journey is going to look different than anyone else's. But isn't that great? That is what allows us to do God first, family second, career third. See, if everyone's had to look the same, that balance would not be something that you would get to work with 100% of the time. And I guarantee you 100% of my 38 years, I've gotten to work with God first, family second, career third. Actually, this is where I met God. I knew who he was, but had no relationship. That all happened through Mary Kay. Wow, that's trailblazing right there for eternity. My son was born, fairly new director. My second year, just picked up my first Cadillac, had an emergency C-section, lived way away from family. So when people say family isn't supportive, or they live far away, or I don't have help with my kids, or it's a small town, or it's too big of a town, or I have another job. I had another job 80 hours a week when I started this. I did a perfect start in 2 weeks, did the math and said, bye-bye. And from that day forward was responsible for figuring out how to make enough money to pay for either rent or now a mortgage, to earn a car. So I no longer had a car or insurance payment, to pay for groceries, electric, the whole deal. There's been seasons of my business that my husband's made more than enough money for a whole family to live on very comfortably, GS 14 position. But there was something about this opportunity that God said, no, this has nothing to do with what your husband makes or doesn't make. I need you staying forward focused to be a trailblazer here. And now I know why, because we're in a time period in Mary Kay, batons need to be passed. We need to be finding those women while you're doing your book, coach, sell, recruit, the 4-part recruiting plan. Be out there, in front of people with the product. Nothing happens until you sell something, but this is not about selling the product. We use the product as a vehicle to meet the trailblazers, and you will know who they are because they start to lean in when you're talking about the opportunity in Mary Kay's story and where you were when you started and where you're going to. People aren't used to hearing women talk about goals and dreams. I had never heard that. That was not something they taught me at the University of Michigan Business School. What's your dream? Yeah, conversation never happened. Thought never happened until I was in Mary Kay. And I'm like, oh, wow, like I have no idea. I really haven't thought about a dream. I want to give you guys a book because Mary Kay said one of the keys to success was to read every single day. She was politically incorrect. She said the Bible in the morning and an inspirational book at night or sometime in the afternoon. Schedule it. No one has time just laying around to read. It has to be scheduled. All of my reading time is scheduled. But the longer I've been in Mary Kay, the more I realize I have to continue changing my thinking because my DNA is trailblazing and pioneering. I now know, but I didn't know how to do it. You may not even know how to do it. You may not even know what you don't know. I guarantee you, if you will do the Mary Kay book, coach, sell, recruit, as your director teaches you and do it again and again and again, and get your hands on all the books that Mary Kay has read, or someone has written about her so that you know about this ultimate trailblazer, she's going to sound a lot like you. And you're going to be excited to represent a company of trailblazers. But while you're out there, we need to be passing these batons on because women need this business as much or more than when Mary Kay had this laid on her heart 62 years ago. When my son was 3 months old, he had to have an open heart surgery, which was on an emergency basis. I left my home in June and was in Jacksonville, Florida for a week to stabilize him and then air ambulanced up to Ann Arbor, Michigan. I will tell you guys that was a huge turning point for me and my husband. I had Mary Kay directors drive in that weren't mine. They were not part of my lineage. They just drove in and did my meetings and helped out while I was gone at the end of a Mary Kay seminar year. My husband was a federal agent with those golden handcuff insurance benefits that I talk about. And no one gave him vacation time. No one helped him out. Actually, it was before the Family Security Act. So he took work without pay. And the great insurance we had from the government, from him being a federal agent, would pay for open heart surgery for Jake in Jacksonville, Florida, but they would not necessarily pay for the air ambulance, which was, I don't know, a lot of money, tens and tens and tens of thousands of dollars, because they said he could have his surgery there. But that was two open heart surgeries, two separate open heart surgeries versus one. There was a physician that had invented a one-step open heart surgery for infants for tetralogy of flow. And so, you know what? I did not have that money in a savings account, but as there was something with this business, like I knew I'd regret it if I didn't try it. I also knew I'd regret if I didn't try being a Cadillac director, and did do that 6 months as a new director in a town that no one did meetings in because the director that was there said that it was too small. She went up to Savannah or down to Jacksonville, Florida. Wow. I became a director and earned a Cadillac in 6 months. I was there on St. Simon's, for 15 years. Earned 13 trips. It was the base to my $1 million units in national area. Moved up to Detroit when God called me and my husband to come back home and again trailblaze, because there was not any technology at that point in time. So I had to record all my training on cassette tapes and have 800 numbers and free conference call. I figured that all out myself. Like that was necessary. There's going to be stuff God's going to give you strategic ideas. The book recommendation is Multiplying Your God-Given Potential by John Bevere, Bevere. I love this book because it's going to teach you how God works with strategic ideas. That was like dreams. I had never heard of that before. Also, too, it's all based on Matthew 30:14 through 25. And that is what Mary Kay, that's a lie. Matthew 25:14 through 30. Oh, I think I'm dyslexic and maybe a little ADD. And social anxiety for sure. So if those are anything that you've dealt with, this business is a great way to work through it without, it's going to save you drugs and lots of counseling. God's going to use this as a powder wheel. But Matthew 25:14 through 30. Mary Kay signed that on my dollar bill when I left her home at New Director Training. a long time ago, 36 years ago. And that whole book is about that. It's about being willing to take a risk. It's about the parable of the talents, and the person that buries their talents and doesn't use it to God's full potential for you, not for what the world sees. You know, the world may think that you're very successful and, you know, you have it all made, but you know that you haven't taken the steps to throw your heart across a line to reach God's full potential for you towards your big dream. And Mary Kay, she told us more so than any accolade that we could achieve. She said, if you do not hear good and faithful servant at the end, then none of the other stuff is worthwhile. That was a trailblazing statement. I had never met a woman like Mary Kay before. That was as concerned about my spiritual and my personal, my marriage and my child rearing years as she was the success that I brought to this company. She's a trailblazer. She was a pioneer. You're a trailblazer. You're a pioneer. I cannot wait to see what you do with this new discernment, focus, transformation, and work. Work hard, trust God, dream big, to see what that turns into by career conference and then seminar 2025. You guys, thank you for participating. Don't squander this opportunity. This important time frame is important in Mary Kay, and you're part of it for a reason.
Wow. Wow, wow, wow. So, comments? Why did she say you are a trailblazer? This is 2025. Everything is the same, but it's different. As I guess.
We're all different.
We're all, yeah.
Yes, yes.
We all do things differently.
The business is still the same. Book, sell, coach, recruit.
Yeah.
Book, sell, coach, sell, recruit.
Book, coach, sell, recruit.
Yes, but there's different ways of doing things. And this whole thing is so different. Some people have been doing it a lot longer than before COVID. That was not me though. You know, talking to Maria a few weeks ago, and she's like, wow, things are so different. She had to drive everywhere. She did 3 meetings a week and she had to drive there to them. So, and think of and then rent a hotel room or a meeting space. And because I was saying all the different expenses I have still doesn't add up probably to her expenses of 3 different meeting areas and the driving and the time to drive there. So it's different types of expenses, but it is still the basic same company. And that's what's important. It's keeping the Mary Kay way of treat people the way they want to be treated. Your faith first, your family second, your business third, not 33rd. That's where you will see it being successful, having those priorities in order and having that balance. But it also means that there's some days it's going to maybe all Mary Kay if you're going for a really big goal and there's a deadline. Or there's other days where it may be more balanced. Or you may have decided there's a certain day of the week, maybe Sunday, that you don't do any Mary Kay. So that's up to you to decide and figure out how that works in your business and with your family and with your goals too. Yes, you want to have time off, but if you've got big goals, you don't necessarily want to have a lot of time off because do you have the time to meet your goals? So anything else that a takeaway from Dawn that surprised or impressed you, or it's like,
The many times she had to restart
yes,
all the moves. She had to restart her business over and over and over and over again.
mm-hmm.
And she was busy, busy, busy. Always
Yes.
busy.
Yes. But she didn't wear that busy badge, like
Mm-mm.
why she couldn't do something.
Right.
It's always, yes, Suzanne, figuring it out, finding a way and weaving it in her business, sprinkling it into what she already does. That's where busy people are successful. They're still doing life and this and that, but they're working their business too. And that can also go back to Janice Trude last week talking about branding herself. Do
Mhm.
you have a Mary Kay t-shirt? Do you have a Mary Kay hat or a tote bag? What about your beauty coat? Do you wear that? Not if you're in New York, it's not going to be enough. If you wear it underneath the jacket,
Do
nobody's
they
going to see
make
it.
Mary Kay winter coats?
They should. Parkas, huh?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. So, and for those of you who missed the 4 previous weeks, I will make sure you know it's all in our website, our board's website, and under events. Okay, under events, and then there's weeks 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'll add this to that also. Anything else anyone would like to share, either about their week, a win they had last week, a win you know you're going to have this week? I want to make sure I give everyone a chance to talk who wants to talk.
I have something to share, Sherry.
Okay, Mickey?
I had a customer that I had sold Ultimate Black Mascara to that she didn't like it. So I told her to send it back to me. And of course, I sent her a Panorama mascara to try that one. She liked that one. But anyways, I went to do my product replacement for this mascara with the company. And this really impressed me. I got a call the other day from the company. Obviously, I made a mistake when I was filling out the replacement form, and I put that something happened to her eyes. They were itchy or whatever. I forgot. I must have made a mistake when I was checking. And she said, I have other questions about your customer. And I was really impressed that she called me to find out what was wrong with the mascara and the customer. I had never had that happen before.
Yes, if it's and that's good. That's good that they do that. If
Yeah.
there's an issue like with a reaction
Yeah.
or an injury or something, something that happens to the customer where the product is involved,
Yeah.
they want to be on top of it.
I was impressed with that.
Good. Good.
They actually called my customer who had a reaction. They actually called her.
Oh.
Because she reached out to me and said that she goes, but they had all the right information. And that was because she had given me the information. So when I did the product return, it was already in there, and they called her and asked her and things. But yeah, so
That's impressive.
they are,
Mhm.
they are, they're
They're on the
Very
ball.
good.
on top of it. If it's
Good.
anything that's not, like, oh, wrong color,
Yeah. I was
Exactly.
impressed with that.
Good.
Yes.
Good, good. Yes, companies on top of things like that, which leads me to remind everyone, tomorrow's National Lash Day. Who knew,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, right.
So there's graphics out there, either on Pinterest or there's other pink Facebook groups or whatever, where you can get graphics, and you may want to just do a video of maybe you putting on mascara. Do you have a tip about mascara? Do you have a favorite mascara and why? Or anything. Are you going to have a special deal National Lash Day? You don't have to. I'm not saying I want you to give away your profit. But it could be something, it could be an opportunity for product information about what are all the different mascaras. You may not have them, but you should have a lookbook, and then you could just have the lookbook open and you can point to them and say, that's what this does. That's what this does. And this is a graphic. I don't know if I posted it somewhere, and it has all the different mascaras and what they do. Just a word or two about each one. I'll make sure you you get that, because when you have a private Facebook group, a customer group, that should be, it doesn't mean it's just there for you to have sales and specials. It should be product training, tutorials, information, helping them solve a problem. But they want to see your cute little face. So if you're just posting, graphic after graphic or sale after sale, after a while, it's not going to be as exciting to them. They want to see you putting on product or taking off product or giving your testimonial about a product, or it could be a customer. Some customers may be comfortable doing that, going live in your group, or may not. They may do a video and say, this is why I like X, the Fanorama mascara, why that's my favorite, whatever. That's impressive to people. You think about, do you go on Yelp and look at the different reviews, or whenever, before you order something from Amazon, do you look at the reviews? And customers want that information about Mary Kay too. Who likes it? Why do they like it? We're not there to just sell something to people blindly. We want to let them know what we honestly like about the product. So make your groups interesting and fun. People like that. People don't have enough fun. But if you're going to do a video, keep it short. People are not going to watch a lot for sure. Just look at, you look at the different things on TikTok or whatever. They're short. And that's why people are there and scrolling. So keep it short, keep it fun. And same thing with your text messages. I'm learning. I am the queen, I think, of long text messages. Ask Rachel, I just had to shorten her script for her launch party. And I said, okay, this is too long. Could be my fault. We're going to shorten it up. And so I was at a coffee shop where I have a lead jar, and the person there, she's going to register for a hydrofacial. And she's in another Bible study, and she was talking about how long the messages are from some of these people in this group, this Bible study. And she showed me, and I'm like, whoa, that's longer than mine even. So, and I saw that, and I was in a group, and I saw that long text message. I would just flick it by. I would not be reading it. I might skim it, but for is there a high point of something I really need to know here? And that's what customers will do too. That's the point of that little story. Do not go on and on in a long text message or a long video. They will flip right past it. So keep it short. And I think I was teaching Rachel that your text messages have to end with a question. If you want a response, don't bury that question in the middle, or don't make it the first. It has to be the last. So you hopefully will get a response. And I've had to change up my text, because I'm start out with a question, then go blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, nope, that's not right. And then cut and copy and paste it so that question's at the end. So I still have to check what I send too. So that's that. I will repost the video or show you how to get to it in YouTube about the sun and your skin. This will be in YouTube. We have a YouTube channel that's MK Sherry McDonald. All past meetings will be there, and I'm getting better about getting those posted and recording these. And there's also in our website is the whole, all of the weeks about this trailblazing series that we're doing. There's 7 weeks. This is week 5. So if you missed any, you can go back. I'd say print off all of the weeks so you can listen to them. And usually the videos are about 10 or 15 minutes long. You can take notes, but then every week there are points. And some people have been slacking. I'm not getting points from everybody. So
Me.
get these, get these to me. I did not say Suzanne's name out loud.
I'll admit it.
No.
Me too.
Guilty.
Yep.
Very good about shoveling my front steps at my studio.
That's right. That's what I was busy
Love her for
doing.
that.
Try not
So,
to kill myself on the
there
driveway.
has been challenges, I know, in New York, but I would recommend it. And it is it's for your accountability, just like the weekly accomplishment sheets is for your accountability. You may think, well, I did nothing, and be down on yourself. And then you're like adding things up and like, oh, I had a pretty decent week. Or it could be vice versa. I'm like, whoa, what a great week I had. And then you look at the numbers like, oh, I could have done better. Or look how close I was to the next level, to another $100 or whatever. So keep track. Post your $100 days, your $200 days or whatever. Those are good. Pat yourself on the back and get people to hydrofacials. That's the end of my commercials, all right? And the end of my rant, my soapbox or whatever.
Get off your soapbox, right?
That's right. That's right. And some will, some won't. So what? All right. You have to remember that we can get the word out, and some people will be interested and some people will not be. And that's just life. We can't, what does Suzanne tell me? Don't try to figure out people, Sherry. Quit trying to figure people out. So I am trying to remember that.
Yep.
I love having you all here. You really, Tuesday is my favorite day. Now I'm going to the coffee shop because you get double stamped. That's the other thing. Loyalty, customer loyalty. This coffee shop is keeping me loyal. I never go to coffee shops, but I am going on Tuesday, so I get double stamps. And then I think if it's 10, then you get a free drink or whatever. So I told her like just a little bit of, caffeine, not as much as last week. Okay. So
Oh,
you took the calories out too, right?
Mhm.
I took out most of the caffeine. I'm like, I'm kidding. I know I should have black coffee if I want to have 0 calories. Because there was a guy there, I think, drinking black coffee, looking at me like, are you crazy, lady? Look at what is in your hand. That is not low cal. So anyway, customer loyalty. Even if you don't have like a little punch card, you can make one. For crying out loud, you can make something, but people love that kind of thing. They love knowing that, and they will stay, after a while, they're going to stay loyal to you anyway, because they're going to love you. They're going to love Mary Kay products. But at first, you may want to do something like that. It could be, I don't know, $200 in every little $10 box. You can get like a little punch thing. And I used to do that years ago, and people would remember and they would say, my punch card, even if it's like virtually, you can keep track on people's cards or something of how much they have. When they hit 200 or whatever you decide, they make it probably 10% is a good, I think, bar to have, 10% off something. So if you want to go with that, we can talk about that more later, but the customer loyalty part is important, and you will find that people will stay loyal to you when you keep in touch with them and help and take care of them. All right, bye for now. Thank you for
good
being
night,
here.
ladies.
Good night.
Night.